And so with that, Madam Chair, I'll turn to my two testifiers to offer quick words of wisdom for us this evening.
Good evening, members. For the record, my name is Dennis Flaherty. I'm Executive Director of the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association, which is a group of about 9,000 rank and file cops from throughout the state of Minnesota. And I am here this evening to support Representative Mariani in this bill because I think it really allows the state to conduct its due diligence on the legalization of marijuana that I feel up to this point really has been overlooked. I know there are a lot of bills that have been introduced over the session, but this is the one bill that makes the most sense to us. And I want to state very clearly that my group, and I think I can speak for the rest of the law enforcement coalition, that we do not support the legalization or commercialization of marijuana in Minnesota. But that does not mean that we're not willing to participate with our eyes wide open as we, delve into this subject, and I think the 10 other states across the U.S. that have gone in this direction. There's an old saying that says something like, you don't know what you don't know, and that really seems to fit home here in our state and in this body as it relates to marijuana. Cops have heard all of the stories from their fellow officers in some of these other states, and of course cops draw from their own experience, which is not favorable, I might add, toward the legalization effort because they have seen some of the impacts that this can have on particularly youth in our communities across the state, and so it has caused them to be very, very concerned about this. But this task force and its makeup, which is certainly rather diverse, I must say, rather large, but nevertheless diverse, hopefully can really delve deep into this whole issue of marijuana legalization. One of the things I like the most about it is that there is money attached to it, or hopefully a request for money, so that this task force can bring in regulators and from these other states that could share with us some of their experiences, share the good, the bad, and the ugly about things that took place in their state, maybe perhaps if they had it to do over again, the things that they might do or not do. So I think this is a sensible approach. I'm not sure it's going to make converts out of anybody in this room. You might have the same position when it's over than you have tonight, but at least it will give us an opportunity to be educated and to go into this with our eyes wide open. So with that, I'll just end my remarks. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Flaherty, for your testimony.